We are joined right now by one of the very best in the games, Visanthe Shiancoe, joining us here on the Fantasy Consultant Live. Thank you so much for joining us today, brother. I very much appreciate it.
What's up, man? What's up, man? Thanks for having me, brother.
My pleasure. My pleasure. You know, this is a Fantasy Consultant Live, and I like to get into the numbers. And one of the numbers I'm going to hit you with, some of your own last year, okay? You scored a touchdown once for every 7 targets thrown to you, best in the NFL. Your 11 red zone touchdowns and 69% red zone touchdown rate. That means 7 out of every 10 passes thrown to you, just thrown to you in the red zone, ended up as a touchdown. That is ridiculous. It's the best I've ever seen, and I've been digging in the numbers for a long time. How in the world are you that efficient, my friend?
Hey, you know what? You now done blew my mind just now because even I didn't know all those type of stats, man. I just go out there and play, man.
That's well, you gotta get those stats to your agent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that, man. But I think that the reason that I have this quote success in the red zone is just because me and Brett are just on the same page. Brett's on the same page with the wide receivers. And it's always going to be a mismatch when it comes to a tight end that's athletic because he's either going to be covered by a linebacker, a slower linebacker, or a smaller safety. And just like I said on NFL Network, it's like half a step equals a touchdown.
That's right, especially when you have a quarterback who can squeeze the ball into tight places like Brett Favre can. No question about it. You guys were dynamic last year. What's your feeling right now? What's it say in your gut about Brett Favre coming back to play for the Minnesota Vikings this year?
About Brett Favre coming back. This is the first time that I've got asked this question.
I'm sure.
Yeah, man. But my gut feeling is that he will come back. That is my gut feeling. I hope that he will come back. That competitive side of him will definitely not allow him to just feel relaxed or feel content with ending a quote legacy the way it ended last year.
No, I think he's got to be ready. He's got to want to come back and get after it. Very first game of the season, Vikings-Saints rematch. I'm excited for that as a fan.
I'm excited.
I bet you. I wish those who were fortunate enough to play this game, I'm sure, even more excited, just like you said there. The thing that's so amazing to me about your production the last couple of years, I talked about your efficiency in the red zone, but really it's your efficiency all over the field. You've been a top 6 fantasy football tight end over the last 2 years just because you flat out produce, yet you aren't even the 18th, you're not even a top 15 targeted tight end in the league. Last year, you were the only tight end in the top 8 who saw less than 112 targets on the season. You didn't even see 90. So how can you be, it's just amazing to me that you can go out there week in and week out and produce despite really not getting, say, the looks due to the nature of the offense with Adrian Peterson, Sidney Rice emerging, Percy Harvin, Bernard Berry, all the weapons there, yet you make sure when they call your number, you make it count.
Hey, just like you said, man, you said it all, basically. So, like we have Sidney on there. We have a lot of guys on there, and it's only one ball, to get spread around.
Yep.
So you know what I do? Like I prepare myself, to really take advantage of every single opportunity I get out there because they don't come too often, with all the weapons we have. So I make sure that I have to capitalize on every single one. So my work ethic off the field is just off the chains. Like a matter of fact, like I'm sweaty right now. I just came from running hills.
There
so like I have to be prepared, man, and like that's what my job calls for me to do. That's my duty. So that's why they hired me.
That's right, and you do it as well as anybody in the game. In fact, better than anybody in the game. There is not a single pass catcher in the NFL, ladies and gentlemen, as efficient as Visanthe Shiancoe, and that's why he's great for the Minnesota Vikings, great for your fantasy teams as well, and we're enjoying having him right here on the Fantasy Consultant Live. What is your outlook coming into this season? Do you think you're going to kind of be at the same level in terms of your targets? I know you're going to be efficient with them, but do you think this is a season where maybe you could get a little bit more involved as the team evolves and the game plan evolves?
So, here's what I'm going to do. Here's my plan for this season, coming into the season, okay? Number one, let me start by saying, people will say, okay, Visanthe, you had a good season and things of that nature. It goes in one ear and it goes out the other to me because it's like I know I left so many plays out there which drives me nuts, number one, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to practice and make sure that they see a side of me in camp and all during the week, which kind of sways them to try to get me the ball a little bit more. You see what I'm saying?
Yep, yeah, I know.
So that's the way I can do that is by trying to work harder in practice and let them see me balling out a little bit more in practice. So they're like, let me throw Visanthe the ball a little bit more. You know, I
Listen.
think that. He's getting open. You know, he's catching these balls. He's doing this. He's doing that.
You are open and you are efficient, Visanthe. Unfortunately, we have to go. Thank you so much for joining the Fantasy Consultant Live.